All right. Welcome, everybody, to Be Real More Than Skin Deep with Dr. Allie and Stephanie Ray. And of course, I'm about to sneeze. All right. We're good.
God bless you. That's about being real right there.
Right? Being real, the nose tickle. So tonight we are talking about collagen and how important it is for our skin. So I just wanted to, I'm just going to play around here.
Yeah,
We
let's do it.
can't see our names today. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It's all good. So we are talking about collagen and what is so great about it. As an esthetician, I have definitely been handed lots of collagens to sample. As anyone who's alive knows, that if you go into a marketplace, there's collagen everywhere, and probably
Everywhere.
10 of your friends sell some sort of collagen.
You can't hide from collagen. You can't
No,
run.
no. So, yeah, Allie, what do you love about collagen? What makes you excited about it?
Well, honestly, I'm kind of one of those girls that didn't know anything about collagen. I never took any collagen. And then I had a cancer diagnosis and I had surgeries and scars. And then all of a sudden, my husband has osteoporosis. And so I learned a lot about joints and bones and not necessarily skin, nails and hair, the glamorous stuff.
Mhm.
It's more of the internal stuff. And how do you heal after a surgery? And how do you help in terms of bones and all of that good stuff. So I kind of put on my nerd hat and learned there's a lot of fake stuff, a lot of not so good stuff, but they take your
Mhm.
money, claim great things. And so I, like you, tried a whole different amount of collagen and figured, I'm going to find a good one. And I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. And so yeah, as a esthetician, so many people have handed me their collagen, said, please try this, let me know what you think. And there's been some that I liked and some that I didn't like. Actually, a while ago, I wrote a blog about the top 3 that I enjoy. One is honestly, the isogenics one I thought was decent. It tasted good. I saw marked improvement in my hair. Um, Actually, I didn't see it. My stylist did. He was like, "Your hair's thicker," and that's exciting because my hair has been
Mhm.
thinning since college when I started to get super stressed out. So
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
and
It helps.
I can hide it in the curls when my curls are down, but most of the time it's
It's obvious.
yeah. And then the other and that one was all right. It was glass bottles. It did have a little stevia in it. I am rather sensitive to stevia, and so for the most part I avoid things with stevia. But this didn't bother me. I didn't get like a headache or anything, so that was good. So I got through the couple bottles that I had and tried it and saw improvement. So that was nice. And I leave that for others. And then I tried the one that Dr. Allie uses. And I got to say, I really like it. It comes
It's a little
in
packet.
exactly the cool little packets, and you just like suck it up, and it's like a little treat for you. And you're like a little flight attendant over there.
You are. I am. Emergency exits on your right and left.
And collagen in your mouth.
And collagen, safe landing. Yep. Like
um
Vanna White's.
yes,
There you go.
exactly.
They did the clone.
So yeah, I tried that, and I tried that in the middle of winter. And normally when I live in New England, my skin would be dry, irritated. My perioral dermatitis would have been flaring typically.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd actually, like, my skin was a little dry when I first started taking it, and it quickly remained rather hydrated. And for hers, you only have to take it for 10 days, and It's
Yeah.
so good, and we'll get into that later. And I was just kind of really impressed. You know, in a matter of 10 days, you're not going to be like, oh my God, all the lines on my face have disappeared, but
No,
which would be amazing, but it's not how that works.
that would be Photoshop.
Exactly. Um, but yeah, so I was really impressed. And then last September, doTERRA made a collagen. And in all honesty, I went to that conference, and just before, I was like, I knew that that was the big product they were releasing, and I just kind of was like, why? Why are they going
Yeah.
out of their lane, right? And
Yeah.
then I said to myself, doTERRA scientists know what they're doing. They
Mhm.
always bring a punch that's unexpected. So there's got to be something to it. So I sat there with an open mind, and I have to say, I was massively impressed. So their product I really enjoy as well, and it's like packed with a lot of other nutrients beyond some of the things that are in the others, but similar as well. But yeah, like packed with some extra vitamins like NADH and NAD, because their whole thing is really that cellular, like healing on a cellular level. Um, our whole body, so that we have vitality and extended life wellness as we age, you know. So, and I think all these collagens try to do that. It's just a difference of how they do them. So I am going to put
Mhm.
my blog in the comments, the post, so you guys can all check it out and just kind of see what I have said. Because I leave that for you guys to kind of make your decisions.
Oh
But
yeah.
we really want to dig into what we love about collagen, why it's so important. um you know, obviously collagen production is important in our bodies because it's the foundation, the building blocks of our skin health, you know, but it's also the foundation of a lot of our organs and our cells,
Yeah. Our
basically
muscles,
everything
our joints, our
that makes our
bones,
bodies, right?
cartilage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And in improving that, because when we turn 30, we start to lose our collagen. And when we improve that, it, especially like the quick aesthetic things that we see, is we're improving that collagen production, which improves our skin elasticity, the bounce
Mhm.
and the, you know, niceness, which in turn improves that structure. So our sagging and, you know, wrinkles and all the things start to go away. It seems to help with hydration and regeneration of tissues, all sorts of things. So yeah, share some of what you've learned, especially where you are not the skin pro, but you've learned a
Yeah.
lot, and you know, we can kind of bounce off of
Oh,
each other.
definitely. So I work in a chiropractic office, and so I have a lot of people that come in with personal injury. I am not a chiropractor. I support a chiropractor, and I do the shockwave therapy. And there's a class 4 laser that I also use in treatment for different modalities. But in particular, we have a lot of people coming in, and they need different supplementation. And the whole secret is you aren't what you eat, you are what you absorb. That's
Yes.
the takeaway. That's the
Mhm.
huge takeaway, because our gut health, our guts are amazing. There's acid and there's things when you eat, and it can't go past the gut. So no matter what you do, you eat these amazing things. There's so many supplements that you buy and you use your good money and you're like, "Oh, this is going to be great." But it doesn't get through because it doesn't absorb. So
Yes.
number one, you have to get something that is hydrolyzed. There's my little timer. My apologies. You have to get something that's hydrolyzed, micronized, things that, think of grains of sand that go in,
Mhm.
that are able to get past the gut, so you absorb. And for instance, Stephanie was mentioning the one that I do for only 10 days. That's because after that, your body can't absorb anymore, because you're
Mhm.
actually absorbing 100% of it. And after 10 days, your body will secrete it. And if you eat too much collagen, your body will actually hold on to it and create fat. So most
Mhm.
people don't want that. So after 10 days, your body starts to relearn and grow in terms of its own collagen. you never want to take a supplementation every single day because then your body gets dependent on it, if you will. So
Mhm.
anything, for instance, I do shockwave therapy. It's amazing. You let's pretend you do a treatment today on your knee or your ankle or Achilles tendon. It's awesome. 3 months later, your body is developing collagen. So it's
Mhm.
not just today, it's in the future. So
Mhm.
that is something that I'm noticing about the collagen in terms of my own personal healing, is in terms of my scars are smooth, my skin is hydrated, my hair, I used to hate washing my hair, especially during COVID. I was incredibly stressed. I would have clumps of hair in the drain. I don't
Mhm.
know, Stephanie, if you've ever experienced this, the dread of washing your hair, combing your hair, just you lightly dry it with the towel and you still get clumps of hair out,
Mhm.
just shedding. And of course,
Mostly,
as
yeah,
I,
mostly in the shower, I would get, like, the big piece
oh,
and
it
then
is
kinda, like,
so
put it on the
sad.
wall and wipe it off after. It's
And you just, and I have a little cover for the drain, so I
yeah,
scoop
me
it out
too.
so the
Yep,
hair doesn't go
that
down the drain. And
yep.
then it's like this little fluff, and I'm like, oh, and you just like tons. And so it was very discouraging, and I didn't I was not happy. I was like thinking with stress and just washing hair less or just changing things out, and I was losing hair. And I knew that was just a sign from not only my hair, not vanity per se, but it's what's going on the inside, because I'm in
Yes.
my 50s now, and that was not good. So I needed to get a really good collagen also for my husband, who is a fireman and he has osteoporosis. And you can never turn back time, but you can definitely stop and prevent and help heal. You can help in terms of collagen development. And
Mhm.
so it has been life changing for us in particular in this house. And I'm also seeing some positive results with patients that I see in my life.
Yeah, I have to say your story of your
Yeah.
scars starting to heal up, that and, that's just incredible. Yeah, absolutely incredible. I was
Yeah.
on a
My, my,
call with
my,
you
my
and Laura,
scars.
and, like, you
Yeah.
and Laura's stories were very
Yes,
impressive.
so basically, for those that you don't know, I mean, I'm pretty private about my story, but I talk to anybody who wants to kind of learn more about it in terms of breast cancer. And I had breast cancer, and I had one healthy breast, and I had one that wasn't, and I chose to
Mhm.
have a double mastectomy. And I had recreation therapy where they took the stomach fat. I gained fat in my stomach and then created new breasts, which the surgery, I think it was, my husband remembers better than I, but I think it was a 12 or 13-hour surgery. And it created a long incision across my belly.
Mhm.
Brand new belly button was created. And a tummy tuck, if you will, for someone. I don't have a lot of fat on my stomach. I have more of a hourglass where my butt and thighs, but I didn't want to take the fat from there. So
Yeah,
anyway, I had a lot of scars in that, and then under the breast region as well,
yeah,
and just not being able to wear pants because the line of the pants or running shirt or running skirt or things that hit that line because of this discomfort. And so I really just thought I was going to wear dresses the rest of my life, which is
yeah.
fine. I'm totally fine with that. But I was trying to figure out, okay, I'm going to go running in a tennis dress, or how do women do this?
Right,
Because these
right,
are the things we don't talk about,
right, and
wearing
it was
garments
interesting
that
to hear you
hurt
talk about it
and
though,
scar.
because I didn't even think of that, but, like, I have a C-section scar, and it took a very long time to heal.
Yes.
It's still very prominent, as
Mhm.
far as, and he's 8, so, but
Yeah.
and it took, I mean, I swear that, like, yeah, you feel that for so long.
It's no
Like,
joke.
the weird phantom pains and stuff, yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, I hadn't even thought of that to pay attention to, but now I'm like, "Okay, now I have to pay attention." Like,
Now, yeah.
is it going to start diminishing as I'm using these things, you know? So,
It,
yeah.
and it's like we don't talk about this as society. I don't know why we don't talk about it, but it's like, I definitely changed my wardrobe. I changed what I wore. I changed my undergarments and things just
Mhm.
so, for comfort, but it wasn't something that it wasn't about vanity per se. I'm like, I'm over it. I'm done. I'm exhausted. I'm tapped out. And then for you, your son's 8 now, and it's like, So long story short, fast forward to now, I no longer lose my hair in the shower. That's
Yeah.
something that I number one noticed. I noticed that within about 3 months. I'm actually baby hairs, so
Yeah,
I'm
you've got the
I'm
little
getting. I've
babies.
got the little wisps, right?
Yes.
And I haven't had the wisps in a long, long time. I
The
have
wisps in that, like, middle
volume,
filled in section right
the
there.
little the wisps,
Yeah.
and like I haven't washed my hair in a couple of days. I like to kind of like let it do its thing. I'm washing it tonight actually, but it's like the volume and my hair is growing faster, so I do
Mhm.
little highlights for fun, and I do see the growth coming faster. My nails, I'm trimming them. I just trim them again because I'm a beekeeper and I like being outside, and I always, I can do nails and they break, right? So
Yeah.
they're growing really quickly. But the scar, I'm able to wear. I've been wearing just the shorts and the pants. I wear scrubs for work. There's no
Mhm.
way I could wear even the scrubs with the elastic and the
Yeah.
loose. I
Yeah.
couldn't wear them, and now I am.
Yeah.
So it's things like this that make it a lot more comfortable for me, and I don't even think
Mhm.
about it now, and I can actually touch it, and there's no irritant. I
Mhm.
like to describe it like a sunburn. It used to be like a sunburn. Take duct tape around a sunburn, and then
Yeah.
wear like pantyhose or tights. That's how it felt like all of the time.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
A
thank you.
sunburn. It was not,
Yeah.
and it was just uncomfortable. But now, I'm so grateful. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. And,
Yeah.
so yeah, as we've, learned more about our college, and we're both, you guys will learn as you hang out with us, we're a bunch of dorks, so we love to,
Yeah.
like,
Can
find
you tell
the
by our glasses?
science. Exactly, we put our glasses on so we can talk nerdy to you. um I had found a couple articles, where scientists were studying the collagen, the effects of collagen, and trying to figure out, like, is it really worth it?
Right.
And a lot of them found that, yes, it is worth it. After about 6 months, you really see that marked improvement of um, collagen production, elastin, skin elasticity, the skin structure changing, all of that good stuff that people are looking for. What are some of the things you've learned about as well that were shocking to you?
Oh, honestly, so I'm not like a so I actually pulled up a research study. So this I thought was really interesting because everyone talks about skin and wrinkles and all of that, and maybe joint
Hmm.
health and teeth and strong nails. Okay, so I thought this was really interesting in terms of building muscle mass.
Hmm.
So, as you age, I'm learning more and more the importance of eating higher protein so that feeds the muscle, and it also helps in terms of cravings and all of that, but building muscle mass. So I'm not a person that wants to build muscle per se, but I want muscle in terms of my skeletal structure and then health
Right.
in terms of being leaner
Stay
muscle,
healthy.
right? And so in terms of so there's a study, and I'm sorry I'm looking down because I'm looking at the study. So a study found that the combination of strength training exercises with collagen helps to build and keep muscle mass over time.
Hmm.
And then it also is helping with a 2016 study found with bone loss prevention, found
Yeah.
that taking a collagen supplement improves the bone mineral density and helps relieve pain in women with osteoporosis and osteoarthritis. I think that's pretty cool.
That's
Um,
pretty cool.
right? And then, and I'm still looking down at the study. So taking collagen also may help prevent or protect the cartilage around your joints. So
Hmm.
that slows down the effects of arthritis and
Hmm.
reduces joint pain. So that was from a study in 2016. And then when we talk about our teeth as well, because I don't think about it,
Hmm.
but that's our bones, our teeth and
Hmm.
nails. So the collagen helps strengthen our nails and our teeth. And in a 2017 study, it found when women with really brittle nail syndrome took their collagen, they experienced a 12 increase in nail growth and a 42 decrease in nail breakage.
Wow.
So,
That's impressive.
and then last but not least, in terms of, because you have to talk about wrinkle reduction, because who doesn't want to look less wrinkly, right? Studies with women between the ages of 35 and 65 found that taking their collagen over 12 weeks improved their skin thickness and firmness, making their muscles less visible. And that was in 2019.
Wow.
So there's tons of studies out there. Just,
There
go on
are.
PubMed, research, find your way. But those were the
Mhm.
ones that stood out from, my little nerd research.
Yeah. And then the thing that stands out for both of us with the especially the Allie's collagen and the doTERRA collagen is that they're designed differently.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm gonna let you talk about it.
Oh
Share about
yeah.
yours.
Oh yeah.
They're both similar in the sense that um, that the collagen has been broken down because collagen is such a
Oh, it
big
has to be. It's a
molecule.
big if you think about the molecule, there's no way collagen is really difficult to absorb. Think about,
Right.
I like the analogy of when we were kids. Did you ever think about that flower vase and somebody puts a bunch of rocks in there? And then the next thing is you put little pebbles in there, and then you put sand in there, and then you put water in there. And I
Hmm.
can't remember the study, I can't remember the analogy, but the thing is if you feel your life is too busy or your life is too challenging, you just have these boulders. And I reminded of that because you think of collagen as this big, huge building block you cannot absorb. You can't.
Hmm.
You think about, oh, I'll just do bone broth every day. You can totally do bone broth every day, but it's like that big molecule you can't absorb, and you're having bone broth every day. And how much are you absorbing? Maybe what, 3%, 5%?
Hmm.
So the whole goal is you are what you absorb. So this is hydrolyzed, micronized, tiny, tiny, like grains of sand. So
Tiny, exactly.
doTERRA and both three, they're both, I think, in that. Three is
Yes.
different in terms of, so I'm a beekeeper and I am really, really strict. I'm all about food fraud. Honey is
Hmm.
fake. Buy from your local beekeeper. La la la. Right. So I have a nonprofit as well. So I'm really fussy. So this is ethically sourced. So
Yep.
there's a lot of stuff going on in the marine grade,
Yep.
how
So
to
is
source
doTERRA.
I'm not going to go into that, but there's scandal in the fish
There's a
world.
lot. Yes.
So you think a product is cheap, or you're like, this is a great product. I get it at, let's say, your big box stores. Chances are, the minute the air hits it, a lot of the powdered proteins, the collagens out there in the market. I'm thinking of protein as well because the protein
Yes.
supplements, a lot of
Supplements.
people do protein. Same
Yep.
thing with collagen. If it's powder based, open it up, air hits it, the quality
Yep.
starts to go down.
Yep.
So ideally, you have something that's individually wrapped,
Yep.
and this is with your
Mhm.
protein source, your collagen. So this is individually wrapped, and this is
Mhm.
something you literally just open up and you drink.
Yep.
And that is the three. So they also, I love this about
Mm.
the three international. They are brand new. You're like, what is three? They've been in pre-launch. They are going live. The business is officially in 14 countries now. So it's three international. They also, so it's basically 5 grams of highly bioavailable marine collagen. And then
Mhm.
basically what else is thrown in there? Keratin is off
Mhm.
the hook. You have to have keratin. And then you
Mhm.
have to have vitamin C. So if
Yep.
you're buying a collagen without those things, then
Mhm.
it's not going to work for you. It's going to be very subpar. And then
Yep.
last but not least, I can never say this,
Hyaluronic.
hyaluronic. Is that right?
Yep. Hyaluronic. Yep.
Hyaluronic acid. You want to talk a little bit about, so this is in here as well,
Mhm.
incredibly important. As you know this word better than I. What's important about it, being a skin
So it
professional?
helps us absorb 10 times its molecular weight in water. So it's going
Yes,
to help us maintain that hydration and nourishing our skin and our cells. So it's very
exactly.
important. Yeah.
Yeah, you need that. And then biotin, and
Yeah.
then pomegranate juice thrown in.
Mhm.
So biotin is incredibly important, known also for affecting in terms of our that's with our hair, skin, and nails, and all of that. So the focus really is on the the hydration, because if you're hydrating on the outside, and I also, the little secret, I'm trying to remember the research article I read, but the key is to somebody's health is in terms of their skin. You look at their lips, and if
Mhm.
their lips are dry, that gives a little sneak peek in terms of their internal workings. And so it's like, oh, that's so interesting. So whatever you
Yeah.
take, if it's starting to hydrate your lips and your lips are more supple, that
Mhm.
is key.
Yes. exactly. And then, yeah, the doTERRA is very similar in the sense that it's the hydrolyzed, um, tiny little pepsides and tripeptides. They did make theirs in a powder form, but it's individual packets. So each
Oh, good.
serving,
Yeah.
is individualized. So it's not like you open the big ass jar and
Yeah, if you're buying a big thing and it's in a jug, know this, the minute you open it up, and that's with anything, your collagen, your protein powders, anything that's powder
exactly
form, anything at all,
starts
you
to
open
go.
it up, air hits it, it's going to expire.
Yeah.
It's not going to, you need to have it individually wrapped.
Exactly. And then they added to it so it has like a really amazing absorption. It has the vitamin C, which adds and promotes the biosynthesis of the collagen, which helps us to again absorb it better.
Mhm.
The NMN, I can never say that correctly. Uh,
Oh, say
three
that 20
letters,
times
just can't
fast.
do it. And
Wow, that's a trick.
versatile. My tongue does not
Versatile. I
like
love
either of those
yes,
words.
yes.
But again, improving that cellular metabolic health.
Mhm.
There's several other ingredients, like it's got sea buckthorn fruit extract. It's got some hyaluronic as well. It's got some essential oil blends in it. And the cool thing about essential oils mixed with something, whether it's your skincare or your um, something like this, the collagen, essential oils are an even smaller molecular structure. So they're going to actually help those larger, even though they're smaller than they typically are, but
Yes.
they're
They're
going to help
accelerating.
a
They're
larger
helping.
molecule
Yeah.
absorb further and deeper into the cells. So having those essential oils in there is like an incredible thing. And the ones that they used were like grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon bark. So it's very interesting. And that is a special blend that's meant to help with our cellular metabolism as well. So again, that was the big thing for them, is that overall cellular health, so that we're getting healthier and stronger and maintaining that vitality from the inside out. So what I found interesting when I started using the doTERRA one was like the immediate thing for me was my um, sleep cycle. I
Mhm.
mean, I had kind of turned into a bit of a night owl who, like, no matter what, I knew I was supposed to go to bed, but I'd go to bed and be like, do, 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 and then I'd
Yeah,
wake up five
wide awake.
times and, all these things. It was like my circadian rhythm fell into place within like a matter of days of
Yeah.
taking it. And it was like by 8 o'clock on like night three, I was like, ugh, I
Ugh,
gotta
you're
go to bed.
done.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
zoom, power off.
Yes.
So that was impressive. I mean, I still stay up later than 8 o'clock. Obviously, it is 9:44 here on the East Coast. But
And I've been up since 5 a.m. California time. So just so you
right.
know, it's like, so it's given me energy throughout the day. And I'm
Yes,
not a morning person. My first patient's
exactly.
6:15 or 6:45, depending on the day. And
Yeah.
so the fact that I'm still here and alert and somewhat, it gives longevity, it gives energy, and your
Right.
body is able to pass out and actually sleep, that good REM sleep that we
Exactly. So yeah,
need.
so you get that consistent
Yes.
energy throughout the day, and then you fall asleep, you get a
Yes.
good night's sleep. And also my husband
That's
had bought me
huge.
a watch, an Apple Watch, so that I could track all the things for my
Yeah.
birthday last year. So
That's
it
so
was
nice.
pretty
Yeah.
new last
Mhm.
fall when I got it, but I had enough. I had like about 3 months worth of record of like my sleep habits and what
Mhm.
amount of REM sleep I got and all the things. And it was like, so to me, the sleep was a big one. And then also,
Oh, yeah.
um, I actually lost a couple pounds within 5 days
Mhm.
of using it. And I was like, wait, what? And because everybody was like, just check it
Yeah.
out, and I'm like,
So,
okay. And
that's
then
a really
they were
nice
like,
perk. Yeah.
do your measurements of like, your
Yeah.
waist, your hips, your thigh. And the
And
thigh was the
it's the
place where we
measurements.
like
It's the
lost the
measurements
most.
with an actual tape. It's not on
Yes,
the scale because what I've
yes,
found is actually I'm getting more muscle tone. So I've
yes.
actually
So
lost
you're
body
gaining
fat.
weight, but you're
I'm
losing fat.
Yes, and the little semi waist, I can't remember. I think my waist is like 27 or something. I don't know. And so the waist doesn't change maybe half an inch total, but the
Right.
scale, there's a shift in my
Yes.
pants, my scrubs, everything is looser.
Right. Like, and so for some people, you're going to step on the scale and you might see
Yeah.
a higher number, but your
Yes.
clothes are falling off of you. So you're like,
Yes.
what the hell is
What the
happening?
You're
And
like,
really, it's
huh?
a good thing. It means
It's a
that
good thing.
you're actually metabolizing on a cellular level your
Right.
skin, your body, your muscles, your organs. This is the other
And you're
thing. People
not
don't
losing
really think
fat.
about it.
I mean,
The
you're not losing your
collagen,
muscle. You're losing
yeah.
fat. You're not losing your muscle. Yeah.
Exactly. And our organs are so benefited by the
Oh,
collagen.
yeah. There's
As
so
an
they can work well.
esthetician, again, yeah,
Yes.
making sure things work well. Our gut health. Gut health
Yes.
is so key to skin health. I mean, it's
Yes.
key to our immune system. It's key to our mental health and
Everything.
all of it. So if you can help that with this cool supplement, why wouldn't you want to try
Why
it?
wouldn't you? I mean, the whole point
Yeah.
is and it shows because if you're just I mean, it's all the gut. The gut
Yeah.
doesn't lie. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I mean, it can help with there was a study I read that it can improve, cardiovascular
Mhm.
health, yeah, all of it. Basically our entire bodies. If
Just
it's a good
yeah.
collagen, a high
Yes.
quality collagen with the hydrolyzed, you know, all the things, it's going to be absorbed and it's going to actually be utilized on a
Exactly.
cellular level. And that's the
It
most important thing.
That's the thing.
Um,
So, Stephanie, I gotta jump in real quick because you just reminded me of somebody that I know in my life. I'm not naming any names, of course, but
right.
she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm doing a great collagen right now, and it's powder, and it's one of the most popular one with the blue label, and it's in Costco." She said, "My nails are great. I feel great. Everything's great." And I'm thinking in my brain because I love her so much, and I'm like, "If only you took a good quality."
Right.
And
Can you
it's
imagine
almost
what would
it's
be
like
happening?
it reminds me as a beekeeper. I'm like, oh, I love honey. It's great. And I'm like, I know honey can be 70% corn syrup and there's honey fraud. Watch Honeygate for any of you geeks who want to learn more. Total fraud. Oh, I have honey. I love it. I got it at such and such store. It's real because it says it's real.
Yeah.
And then I show them, they taste the honey with the bees everywhere in the honeycomb and they eat it and they're like, that's honey?
Yeah.
I'm like, and I feel
Exactly.
like this with collagen. I'm like, you haven't had collagen yet.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm just
Mhm.
dying if that is what you think is good, which I'm sure it is to some degree,
Yeah.
but the percentage of real, like it's not what the and it just kills me because I'm like, oh honey bunny, please try the real stuff and compare. So all
Yes.
we're suggesting is whatever you have at home, that's awesome, but compare with something else and
Yeah.
it's not like
I mean, with
actually
Allie's, try a 10-day
yeah,
set for your month. You're good for
yeah,
the month.
yeah,
Because that is very cool. Like that one is so cool because one, it is that element of like you'll absorb too much, but it's also that
yeah.
part of they really want your body to improve and
It's encouraging its own
grow
production of
its
collagen.
own
So it
production
teaches
and
so you don't
improve
get
the
dependent.
production growth.
Yeah,
So that's fantastic.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, like it can't hurt to try a few others and play
I
the
mean, just
game like I
and it's
have to
like
play sometimes.
and then
You'll hit some terrible ones,
right.
but if you listen to us, you'll hit the
I
good
mean,
ones.
you got to try the. I mean, other people are like, why? And they go back to why is it so whatever expensive? So I like to equate this back to bees. I'm like, well, honestly, what you have at home, and I love you guys, you know this, but I know you have a honey bear at your house. Treat that. I know you do. You know you do. Not saying who might, but that treat it like brown sugar because that's corn syrup. It's not real. I'm just saying. So you're
Mhm.
used to paying a cheaper amount because that's why it's cheaper.
Yeah.
So if you pay, depending on where you live, it should be about
Mhm.
$1 an ounce or so, depending on where you live.
Yep.
So a pound could be 16, $17. And that's
Yep.
real honey. And you take it like a really nice decadent See's candy versus comparing it to a Hershey's Kiss. It's not the same,
Not
but
the
it's still
same.
chocolate. So
Mhm.
Stephanie and I are here to say there's collagen out there, but it's vastly different. And we're just
Right.
saying it's actually more expensive to buy the cheaper stuff because you're not
Yes.
getting it. You're eating it and your body's excreting, it's peeing it out. So in the
Right.
long run, you're wasting your money. I'm
Right.
just, it's
Exactly.
just,
And
you're
I mean,
gonna,
that's the other thing that you kind of touched on earlier is like just the sustainably sourced element, like both
yes,
your company, my company,
gotta be
we are
clean.
all about sustainably sourced and natural and it is what it's
Yes,
supposed to be.
yes,
But as you are with honey is how I am with oils because again,
yes,
another corrupt world where people just
yes.
make a big grand buck and
They're like,
it's
"Oh, this oil
not
is
the same.
cheaper, so I'm gonna buy it from such and such, and it's the same." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" So oil, same
Mhm.
thing. Make sure it's food grade. Make sure it's really clean. And there's certain things you have
Mhm.
to go down. Just don't buy it
Yeah,
because the price is right. Oh my gosh,
exactly.
no! You're wasting
Yeah,
your money. It's not
exactly.
worth it.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll get off my
we're just
soapbox.
trying to help people and share all the things. Um, yeah, I think the other thing is I think both of ours are marine collagen. Yeah, that's a big thing. The marine is honestly, as far as I've learned, it's the closest to our cellular
Yes.
collagen that we have in our bodies. So that's why it tends to be.
Mhm.
And some people use the bovine. Bovine's pretty good as well. Again, like I think it's great, especially in the sense of like when you're adding it to your food, like you making a bone broth soup, that's
Mhm.
great. It's gonna help your gut to a degree, but like you said, how much are you really gonna absorb? There's gonna be
Right.
other things that you're adding to that bone broth, typically, if
Mhm.
you're making it yourself, herbs and things that are additionally good for your body. But and I think that there is also that like I kind of have a lot of like old school healing
Oh
elements in
yeah.
me. So when you're drinking bone broth soup, I think there's the action of drinking it. There's
It's
the
so
the
soothing.
warmth
Yes.
for your body and all that
Yes.
that's actually very nourishing for your body and soul. But when it comes to just taking a collagen supplement, like this is a whole different realm and you
Mhm.
want to absorb as much as you can. You want to get the best out of it and you want to have the best product that is
100%.
also good for the world. We're
Yeah,
not
you
not
wanna
thinking
kinda
from,
be ethical, let's just say it.
yeah,
Yeah,
ethical, exactly.
yeah,
So yeah, it's very key. So yeah, I put my article in the comments, so feel free to check that out to learn a little bit
nerds.
more. Yeah, total nerds. If you have any questions or want to learn more, especially about either of these things, reach out to either one of us and we can help you out there. And yeah, we'll be back next week. I think maybe next week we'll be talking honeybees because we had to shelf that
Yeah.
conversation.
Oh, yeah, we've been a little MIA for different reasons, but we'll yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah,
life keeps getting the
yeah,
best of us and we're going to make it work one way or another, so
yeah,
it's
that's
all
about
good.
being real, girl.
Right, that's exactly. It's called Be Real. So occasionally you'll see just me, occasionally you'll see just Allie,
Yeah,
occasionally we're gonna miss a week. It's
and
okay.
occasionally we might have a surprise guest.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. Um, so hopefully have a wonderful rest of your week. Allie, you are off to the official launch
Yes,
of your
official
collagen.
launch. I'm getting on the plane. Yes,
Yeah,
it'll be really exciting. I'm so happy.
that's so
It's been a
cool.
whirlwind, and we're
Yeah,
finally launching. Yeah,
that's so cool.
so
Excellent.
happy.
So thank you for sticking with us, everybody, and checking it out. Make a comment, give a share. If
Mhm.
there's anything we talked about that really touches or seems of value, we would love it. And we will see you next week.
Okay, thanks for being real with us. Bye.
Bye.